Hello everyone, this is a mock I made. I call it the Battle of Mos Eisley. Obviously it didn't happen, as you can tell by looking at it, but I just really like it a lot, and I started making it about 7 months ago, I'd like to say. So I'll just start from the left and head on over to the right. So over here, this is like the cantina area. So over here we have this ship. I used the Mandalorian's ship from the older one. Uh, I don't have like the set numbers memorized, but it's the first one they made. I just thought it would look really cool because, as it said in the show, it's like an older ship. So I thought the Republic might have had it. It's possible. So I just have a bunch of like cameos from old characters here. Like I have the spy from they're falling over a bit, so I'll just fix them. Oh. I have the spy from the Mos Eisley Cantina, just talking to this other spy with a dagger. He's a custom character I made a little while ago. I'm not going to go into everything, just because not many people will get it. Over here is the devil. I have him holding a farmer's pitchfork. I just thought that was kind of funny. We have this sad clown. He's from an old collectible minifigures series. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite minifigs. We just have a bunch of custom guys too. They aren't too interesting. We also have the Lederhosen guy. And this guy from the new Space CMF series, just kind of laying down. Also we have this pirate over here. He's that like mystery minifigure from, I believe it was the CMF series before the 10th anniversary, but I might be mistaken. He's just kind of drunk. Anyways, moving on to the first real battle part. We have a custom Jedi Sentinel, that's what they're called. He's just helping defend these civilians. Here we have a British soldier. I believe he got knocked around a bit, so I'm just going to recenter him. Over here we have this alien, like, mech from the Space CMF series. I like this minifigure a lot. But the guy's a robot, so I just thought it would be kind of interesting looking if he got like shot and like stumbled over. Over here we have these broken battle droid parts next to the main door. And like the storyline I made, basically the Separatists held the cantina hostage, and then the Republic showed up and helped. Here, lying down, we have the sheriff. He got shot. He held the Separatists back until the Republic showed up, then unfortunately he got shot in the made-up storyline. That doesn't matter. Here we have a gladiator from one of the CMF series, next to the sheriff. We have one of these Greedo guys, Rhodians, that's what they're called. He's trying to take a shot at the commander, but unfortunately this spider droid is kind of like aiming in his general direction, so kablooey. That's Captain, but what's his face? Captain Keeley, that's what he's called. He's kind of leading this whole area. I have a Bowser flag back there. I just found that, and I thought it would kind of look cool. Back here, I kind of skipped over this part, but the battle droids they got on the Razor Crest, that's what it's called in the show. So obviously it isn't the Razor Crest, but it's the same model. And we have Captain Fordo from the 2003 Clone Wars, getting this guy. Unfortunately, one of his friends got shot, but yeah. Down here, we have this clone on horseback. I just thought that looked kind of cool. And we have a Rocket Raccoon and a Shakespeare. We have these gangster bot, that's what I like to call them. We also have a hunter bot over here. They just like have kind of cool robot design. So also, back here, kind of skip past this. But this is a little mini band. These are the Cantina guys that play, and I also added a Muppets character, and I added like a singing robot in the same design that I used for these two. The rest of these guys aren't too exciting. The droids aren't, but over here we have a tactical droid, and over here we have one of Thanos' children. That's what they're called. From the Infinity War sets from bunch of years back. And we have this big gun he was using. He also lost his arm over here. Here we have Kermit and Miss Piggy singing. Well, she isn't really singing, but she's beating this guy up. There's a shattered gargoyle. I just thought that would look kind of cool. Moving past that, we have our first... damn it, fix that. We have our first Galactic Marines guy. This one's my favorite. They have a really good design for their armor, in my opinion. So I just kind of like decaled him a bit, and I gave him a javelin. No, they're not javelins, they're pikes. It's a reference to the 2003 Clone Wars when they used the pikes to fight on the speeders. Anyways, over here we have this guy busting through the cantina wall. We have some stuff growing because it's not being used really. We have this dead body over here, and he's trying to skewer this Magna Guard. He does succeed, and he shoots off this bump over here and goes flying. Moving up here, I'll start with here, then I'll move into the cantina after. We have this ATST, and obviously they weren't around during the Clone Wars, but in my storyline, the Mandalorians found, the Mandalorians found prototypes of these in a crashed Venator, and then they like armored them up and like decaled them. You can also see an AT-AT over here. But anyways, this one got shot by the cannon over here, so I just thought it would look really cool if it was ripping apart. See, this side's almost falling off. Even got a security droid just barely hanging on. But yeah, we have this cannon from the 501st Battle Pack that came out really recently. Then down here we have Sussy 10, I think that's his name, but I'm not sure. That might be his apprentice, but I'm not gonna look it up. Here we have a Commander Geonosian droid. I just thought their design was really cool, even though they don't fit in. Also, you might have noticed that there's like a bunch of green and tan super battle droids, but they're like camouflaged because the Separatists needed like extra troops, and I just thought it would make like they'd really stand out against the environment and stuff. I just thought it would look kind of cool, but it's fine if you don't. Over here, from the cannon fire, one of the blasters, I don't know, I think they're turrets, that's what you'd call them, fell off down here. We have some Galactic Marines firing at the battle droids. Anyways, over here, basically how the Republic got it was they snuck in around the back way, but eventually the Separatists grew wise to that, and they took this area back. So there's a bunch of Galactic Marines bodies, like that guy's there. Down here in the cantina, we have the bar owner, just kind of looking around. We also have a Gonzo back here. We have some Galactic Marines fighting in here. We also have a Mandalorian on top of this roof part. Do I still? No, I moved. Oh, never mind, I didn't. It's kind of hard to see the phone. Might zoom out a bit, that could help. But he's just flying around shooting at him, so they're struggling a bit. Moving on from the cantina, we can move back here into the ruined neighborhood. We have some raiders. This guy, they're brothers over here. He jumped off onto here, and then he's gonna jump back on, because you obviously can't have a passenger seat when you're ducking under here. This is a ruined shop from the original cantina. This is my first fully original thing that you'll see here. This is a, I should stand up so you can see it better. But it's like a ruined house, and I have this like android babysitter from the Space CMF series. And I have a blue baby from a series, a couple series back. And I also have the pink baby. I don't know if you can see her, but she's through that window, you can see the top of her head. It'd be easier to see in person, but obviously none of you can't. None of you can. So over here we have this tower with Count Dooku talking to Palpatine here, just watching the battle. And we have this Jedi who saw him, and he's getting in here. Obviously, he loses, because then storyline couldn't exist. Here's a Tusken Raider back here. Over here, I'm gonna go on the background areas here first. Background buildings. We have a meeting between a few separatists. We have the infamous Daffy Duck, as well as Poggle the Lesser, New Gunray, and this Beetle from the Space CMF series. If you can't tell, I liked that one a lot. But it's in this old like pizza parlor, basically. It's like the aesthetic I was going for, because like I don't really have the parts or the space to build like a giant like factory for them to go in or something like that. So I just thought it would kind of be humorous if they're just crushing an old like Pizza Hut. Anyways, I'm gonna. Oh, actually, never mind. I forgot about this. This is Jabba's palace, as well as the Rancor pit. They're two old sets that you can connect with each other. This tower over here can go on Jabba's palace. It's just Jabba's palace can't go on the Rancor pit if you do that. So I took it off and made it its own separate building. I prefer it like that anyways. I think it looks really nice and it adds to the makes the whole world feel larger. But I cannot put this here because it's Tatooine, even though these areas are obviously very far apart. Up here, there is Cad Bane, and he kind of started this whole thing. The reason that the cantina went hostage was because the Separatists hired him to do so. So he kind of took it hostage. Then he ran away after the sheriff showed up, and especially when the Republic showed up. But the Republic put a bounty on his head, so we have all these bounties up here, like the famous Clock King, as well as Bosk. That's his name, right? But Jabba's supporting him, so we have his pirates over here, as well as Lando, but it's not technically Lando. It's just, he's wearing a guard outfit, so. We also have, oh wait, no, Leia. Leia's outfit's disguised as Bosk. I forget what the lizard's name is. My dad's probably gonna kill me if he hears me, because Blizzard's his favorite character out of these guys. But over here we have a young Boba Fett. I gave him like a haircut from Finn, which is like one of the few good things about Finn. But his hairpiece is really nice, and I like it a lot. So I gave it to a young Boba Fett just to make him seem young and like creative. I don't know. And he kind of fell off a bit, and he dropped his helmet. But he's trying to shoot at Cad Bane. He got him from behind. And yeah, this is pirate over here. So Bosk is falling off. This is like their origin story for how they died. So down here we have this like main Jabba's palace area. We have Jabba himself, as well as Dr. I forget his name. It's like Dr. Ebazon or something. And his friends, they're from New Hope. I gave the doctor a black hairpiece because this was like 30 years before New Hope. So obviously it wouldn't make sense if he had gray hair for that long. But I have a bunch of like evil looking people in here. Like I have this like robot, like evil robot. I have 4 LOM lying dismantled. He was with this group of hunters up here, but he got shot first. So he's down here. We have one of the aliens from the Space CMF series. I also have one of them hiding over here. I almost forgot about them. Also, oh wait, I removed him. Never mind. But there used to be a clone climbing up there, in case you're wondering why I brought that up for a second. We have Ula over here. Down here we have the Rancor pit. I have this Jedi down here, as well as, I believe his name is Bucket from the Resistance series. I obviously don't like that very much, but I just put him down here because he looks old. And yeah, we have this clone in the Rancor's arms, and down here I put this Sith Lord just riding on his back. He fights against the Jedi, and the Sith wins. Yeah. Back here we have Springtrap. I just added him as a cameo because I mean it kind of makes sense, I guess. I just thought it'd be kind of funny to see him back there. But anyways, now we're done with the back. Actually, no, we're not, because the Slave 1 is over here, and you can also see this god from the Space CMF series, just watching on. You have this tower over here. It's not that interesting. But we have a Mr. Gold. This isn't a real one, unfortunately, but I do really like his design. So I just put him on a rock over here. Just thought it would look really nice. Over here, we can finally leave the background and get into the foreground. We have, I think this is Boyle, but I'm not sure. But he's riding on a Tauntaun, firing at this Omni droid. We also have no, it's Commander Cody, shit, riding on this cannon over here, on this, like, speeder I made for the Republic. The actual, like, base of the speeder comes from the Cantina set, but I made it, like, basically just, like, a fast-moving tank. And, as you can see, we have Greedo here, spotting this, Magna Guard just riding on the side. Greedo lives, obviously, but, I thought it would be really cool to have him make a cameo here. Even though he'd probably be, like, a teenager in his early 20s. So, still makes sense. But, we also have this clone character driving it. Over here, my Grievous head died. But I had this bootleg head. And, I just thought it looked really bad. And then I tried to fix it. But then it looked even worse. But now it just looks funny. So I decided to keep it like that. So this degenerate over here slaughtered a bunch of Jedi Sentinels, and over here we have a Spaniard. He's like posing for a painting. I also put a dog over here from a what are they called? Dog dresser? I don't know. But she's from one of the CMF series. But I liked the dog a lot, so I put it in here. And dogs are really common in the old, like, European paintings. They represent, like, loyalty and faith. So I just thought it would be kind of funny to add that. This is the ruins of, like, a town area. So I have a bunch of, like, tan bricks. There's this, like, wall I made. I'm really proud of this part. I like it a lot. I think it came out pretty well. But over here we have the funny long head man. God, this is like the one time I can't remember his name. The funny sociopath. God, what is his name? Damn it, I forget. But anyways, shoot. Yeah, he's just, like, fighting Grievous. He also fought Grievous in the 2003 Clone Wars. He loses this battle because 2003 Clone Wars, Grievous is the fucking juggernaut. So, yeah, Obi-Wan goes to save him. Yeah, this whole area is just kind of in ruins, but it's supposed to be. We have Grievous's cape on this battle droid here. I thought that would be kind of humorous, but, you know, kind of hell in this area. We have C-3PO over here and R2-D2 making a cameo. This is moments before disaster, as you can clearly tell. Here we have Abraham Lincoln lying on a piece of rubble. He got shot, unfortunately. Here's this, like, Republic jetpack. It's kind of broken. I like that a lot. Here's this, pirate hat. None of this is too important. Oh, also we have this netherite chest plate. I'll just go here first. But, here we have this, like, janitor sweeping up everything. I thought this would be kind of funny. He also comes from the Space CMF series. We have this, gladiator just lying in here. You can see his arm got swept up, too. Just thought that would be... He is still alive, by the way. I just thought this whole, like, thing would be kind of funny with all the hell that's over here. We have a bunch of, like, references. Like, we have the hoverboard from Back to the Future. I used to have the portal gun in here, but I started playing LEGO Dimensions again, and I set up my Wii U to do that. I didn't feel like putting my portal gun down here. Like, I used to have, like, E.T. over there, and I had Shell firing over here. But, yeah, I felt like putting everything up there just to have it all together. So yeah, oh, over here, I almost missed you. Here's a Jawa that no Tatooine Moc is complete without one. Over here, this is a pretty important battle. We have this cannon that I made myself. I'm pretty proud of it. We have this battle droid just under it because I couldn't figure out how to make, like... I couldn't really explain having like a control panel when you can't see one, so I just pretended that there's like one under there and he's like fiddling with it. Yeah, I just really like this canon design a lot. Here we have another commander droid. He's commanding them to fire over here because most of them are distracted by Eth Koth, but he's fighting one of my custom characters. I really like this design a lot, so I'll just like bring him out so you can see him clearly. I haven't named him yet. Well, I try to name him, but I always forget within like 5 seconds. I think my like longest going name was Jack, I believe, so I'm gonna try to start calling him that. But anyways, Jack is this like cyborg samurai. I used samurai for the armor. I used samurai from a CMF series. I used samurai armor. Here we have the Golden Ninja's like katana like storage on his back thing, and we have this is a really obscure piece, but it's from the Lego Ninjago movie. It's from like a random book with Cole in it, and I got it for like Christmas when I was like 7. But I do really like this hair piece a lot, so I've kept it around. I'm gonna put him back over here so he can endlessly just stare at Eth Koth. And here's this custom speeder I designed. I reused parts from the miniature Slave One, or a Boba Fett starship, to make this speeder. I think it came out alright, but it gets blown up by this guy here. This guy, I hit his helmet with a meat tenderizer, so I call him Apollo now, because his helmet kind of looks like the moon. You probably can't see it on the phone quality. But here's this commander back here. He has a jetpack and stuff. He gets launched into the pizza parlor, and then he shoots Daffy Duck, so that's why he's no longer in the series. Yeah, I think this came out pretty good. I really like these, like, cans in the back. But, yeah, moving on down here, we have some POWs, or prisoners of war, if you're uneducated about war. We have this clone over here, and we have this guy grieving for his lost friend. Moving back over here, because I kind of skipped, we have Waxer, I believe. And he's also trying to comfort a friend who's dying. Back here, this is a spaceship I made a little while back. I believe this was in 2021 or 2. But I was really proud of it, but unfortunately, I moved from, well, I shouldn't say where I moved from, because it's pretty close by, and a lot of my friends live there. But when I moved, all the parts got, like, kind of destroyed, but the main body remained, so I just decided to have it, like, crashed, and I have the original person who drove it, just, like, as a skeleton. But down here, we have this, like, we have his boss, and what he wanted was this, like, rare, like, power thing. It powers his, like, suit or whatever, and it makes him really strong, basically like a god, kind of. But he doesn't really care that his worker died for him. We have this vulture droid that is getting continuously murdered by this Jedi Sentinel until the end of time. Here we have, this is like a junkyard, basically. So I have a bunch of, like, scrapped stuff. Like, this was an old statue I made. I still really like it, but it did get a bit wrecked during the move. We have this old parts from a robot I made. Here's the head, all the way over here. Used to be connected to that, but I thought it fit the junkyard more. Over here, we have a Sarlacc pit eating this Jawa crawler from an old set. I believe it was called the Jawa Battle Pack, but I'm not sure. It's a pretty funny set, in my opinion, just based on the name. But he's non on this thing. We have this battle droid being like, damn, that could have been me. But anyways, we have IG-88 over here. He killed this clone's friend. He's squatting in this destroyed Jedi Interceptor. Isn't that what they're called? Jedi Interceptor? I might be wrong. But, yeah. This guy from earlier, he shoots across, and he gets all these guys, and he saves them. So, moving on to the AT-AT, which is probably some of you have been waiting for. This is, got this in, like, 2014, when I was but a wee lad. I really enjoyed, like, armoring this up. I also armored up the ATST, but I had a lot of fun with that, just being creative. Also, some of you might have noticed they're a little bit faded now because I made them a while ago. But these say the names of animals that they remind me of. Like, this is boar on it, and over here, this is silver otter, which is a type of rabbit because it kind of reminded me of a jackrabbit. Silver otters, the only reason I chose them instead of something that actually sounded like a rabbit's name is because it's gray, just like boars can be gray. So, up here, we have the clowns that climbed up here to get on top. We have a Magna Guard. He's chasing after this guy. We have General Kenobi, based on his appearance from the 2003 Clone Wars. I did not make these custom minifigures that you see all around. They all come from Jay's Little Things, which I like a lot. It's a pretty good website. Yeah. Up here we have some security guards. Here's like a little bit of comedy. They just like open the hatch up here and he's like, wah, because, you know, pretty steep slope. But we have a Mandalorian. This is from one of the newer ones from like the Mandalorian season 3. I didn't watch it, but my dad got me that set randomly and I thought the design was pretty cool, so I stuck him in. Back here, I hid all the aliens like away. But back here you can see a little alien. This is by far the hardest one to spot. But we have this clone without a gun, just going and like taking it. Through here we have the beta design for Boba Fett. I got this from a book. I like this design a lot. I believe it's called like Chronicles of the Force or something, but might not be. It might be a different book. But this basically what this like headdress does is it like makes all these shots really powerful. Basically, it's kind of like a solar panels, and it charges up, and then it's like, and it like destroys the cantina. And the cantina is really important to Mos Eisley culture, so they rebuild it. But the government spends all their money on rebuilding it, so they're kind of low on that. So the Mos Eisley falls into crime, and it becomes a place of scum and villainy, like how Obi-Wan describes it in episode 4. That's basically everything. I might have missed some stuff. I doubt I did, but I could have. If there's anything you'd want me to clarify that you thought was cool, just leave it in the comments. This is by far my longest video. But most of you probably haven't even watched it all the way through. But have a good night. It's Friday tomorrow. Yay. Bye.